Hey everyone, Todd here. I'm glad you tuned in. So much to talk about tonight. I'm going to try and make this as quick as I can, right? Um, but there's so much information here and so many keywords that you might want to write down. Now, if you have to watch this twice, 3 times, pause it, pick it back up, whatever you need to do, just get the information because this is one of the biggest and the best events of the year of 2020, and we've been waiting for this. Um, so, just tune in. Let's start. We're talking about this super new moon. Now, it is a super new moon. So when we think of super moons, we think of this big, it's closer to the Earth than usual. Now, we won't see it because it's a new moon, not on this side of the hemisphere, right? So the new moon means you're not going to see a moon in the sky tonight. It's a new moon, new beginnings. And it's in Scorpio. But being a super moon, it does mean that these energies can last for a while, not just, a couple of weeks or whatever. So these are going to be with us, coupled with everything else that is coming in. So I'm going to try to explain. You don't have to know astrology or anything like that. I'm just going to kind of lay it out as best as I can. So this new moon and the super new moon in Scorpio is the most important new moon in 2020. Now, actually, it is the major pivotal point of 2020. I mean, this motions forward the paradigm shift that's been happening here, right? So, this moon has so many very favorable aspects with Jupiter, Pluto, Neptune. I mean, the past new moon was, particularly challenging, to say the least. But this one doesn't really even have any negative aspects, guys, which is great. So we can kind of breathe the sigh of relief. Yeah, well, maybe. Okay. So, now, we all know that these major paradigm shifts can be really challenging, and they can also be awesome. Well, you really can't have one without the other. But it also means more changes, and we're kind of sick of changes. But this is actually signaling in the change that we've been waiting for, right? And waiting and wanting for. Here it is. Now, Scorpio is the most intense sign of the zodiac. And its traditional ruler is Mars, but its modern ruler is Pluto. And we're having both of these planets play a very special part in all this. So now, every sign has its positive and it has its shadow traits. I mean, every sign. So, I'm going to kind of try to break it down for you, these different traits that we need to be aware of, because Scorpio is intense, very intense, but it's also compassionate, and it's supportive. It is going to give us this chance, and I love this, guys. It's going to give us this chance to regroup and rebound. And we've been needing this for such a long time. It is a water sign. And, with all water signs, there is this healing aspect, right, to them. And, of course, it's emotional. Now, we think of water as movement, ever flowing. Let's think of oceans and rivers and creeks and waterfalls, right? But Scorpio is a fixed water sign. It's a stuck water sign. Where's that? So we're going to have to change this and go, now let's think of ponds, lakes, icebergs. So, in those areas, I mean, you could jump ship, but you can't really get away because you're surrounded by your environment. Do you see what I'm saying? You can't get away from anything. You can try. It's almost like you can run, but you can't hide, right? So, with that in mind, Scorpio is also about dark secrets that have been hidden being revealed. And those secrets and things that have been hidden and being revealed, it's because we need to know that truth so we can have clarity and take off the rose-colored glasses that we've been wearing And when I say that, I use that term a lot because when I say that, we can wear rose-colored glasses, we get clarity, we take them off, we can move forward. And then as we move forward, they become more rose-colored to the point, again, we need to take those off. You see what I'm saying? It's just steps, guys. And this is life. But this is such a big thing right now. We're going to see clarity and truth coming in that gives us that clarity with people, with situations, with all kinds of things, right? And we're going to see it on a personal level. We're going to see it all around us in a community level. And we're going to see it on a global level. But it's when we get that clarity that we're able to move forward. Now, what's really interesting here, guys, I love this, is what is also happening during this new moon in Scorpio. So awesome. With Mercury, it came out of retrograde on November 3rd, the day of the USA election, right? And Mars has been in its home sign of Aries, and it has been there and going to be there for 6 months. It's going to carry us into 2021. But the thing is, Aries is its home sign, and Mars went retrograde in its home sign of Aries on September 9th. And as of Friday, it came out of retrograde. It's stationed direct, finally, still in the sign of Aries, right? And this change is so very important here because, like I said, Mars has been in retrograde almost forever, right? And now that it's gone direct, things are going to get unstuck, to say the least. I mean, plans will change and outcomes will be nothing like we've expected. And again, this is on personal level, community level, and globally. So put it where it resonates with you. Jupiter is conjunct Pluto. Now, you don't know what that has to mean, but that particular conjunction only happens every 13 years. So it's a pretty rare event, and it's all happening at the same time. All this stuff is coming in. Listen, guys, if you want to say divine timing, divine appointment, here it is. Here it is. Wow. With all this happening, tells us how significant these transits really are and how it will cause events that will influence our lives profoundly. Now, with Scorpio being that fixed water sign, things that are done does not go unnoticed and has all those things have consequences. And we really know that whatever action you take, it's always going to have consequences, whether it's negative or positive. So these things are not going to go unnoticed. And Scorpio gets to the bottom of things. That's a Scorpio kind of thing, right? Gets to the bottom of things. And Scorpio is also about what we achieve with the help of others. Scorpio finds hidden connections that no one else sees. And with all that, there's that healing that all of us have been craving for a while. Now, this is healing by expressing truth, right? And exposing truth. Clarity by seeing truth, right? And what we want out of our lives. I mean, we're finally saying, this is what I want. This is what I want. I know it now. I think we've known it for a while. It's just so clear. And there is this sense, and I didn't know how to explain this because I was seeing this, didn't know how to express it right, but I'm going to tell you the best I can. So there is this sense of something like a pressure cooker that's about to explode. And we've all had this energy, pent up energy, right, of wanting to change the direction of our lives. And this pent up energy of also to do just that, but then hitting brick walls everywhere we go. We just keep it. I mean, we're wanting to change our life. Something keeps stopping us. I mean, we're ready to go, and something keeps stopping us. Now, this is that Mars going direct Friday. That finally those brick walls are starting to crumble, guys. They're starting to crumble. So we also have this pent up energy of wanting to move forward and being blocked. And now, this super new moon in Scorpio is happening at the same time these planets are coming out of retrograde and are conjuncting in such positive ways. So, yes, it's like the lid being blown off that pressure cooker and we're ready to explode. But we need to use this energy in the right way. I want you to remember this. Use it in the right way. And not with this explosive, abrasive kind of words or behavior. Because I know you're feeling it. But use it to explosively change our lives. To see that we are rising from these ashes. From the ashes of 2020. Maybe from the ashes from the last few years, but we're rising from the ashes and we're becoming and we're going back into the right direction of who we want to be and what we want in our lives right here, right now. And we have to know that you, me, all of us, see, this is the point where we can all be that phoenix that rises from the ashes. Such a great time to be alive right now. I'm just telling you, oh, I love it. And I know I get excited, and sometimes that preacher mode comes out in me, but I just want you to know, what a great time to be alive. Please use these energies. Please pay attention. We have to be aware, guys. That's what it's all about. And, no, look, if you want a reading with me, hey, contact me. We'll get it all worked out. I promise you. Know that my readings go really deep, and I've never had a reading to last less than an hour. And I can't help it because I have to speak whatever spirit speaks to me. I'm the messenger. If there's a message, we're going to go until they stop. And so I don't put a time limit on my readings, right? So, and that's why they are so deep. And also, I want you to hit like on this. I want you to hit share. I want you to comment. Every time you do any of those three actions, see, it keeps this video going. And it helps me. If you cannot support me in any other way, please at least hit like, share, or comment. That simple. If you're seeing this on YouTube, hit like, hit share, and hit subscribe. God, please subscribe to this channel. I appreciate all of you that do support me. And I mean, much love to you. I love you hard. I want you to love me hard back. But I want you to keep growing and going because that's what it's all about. Let's stay aware. Let's stay in our high vibrational energy so we can attract what we want to attract and not what we don't want to attract. Guys, what a great time. I love you all, and I'll see you soon.